I don't include like, the time in
Preamble.
between and all, so I just start right here. So if you don't mind, I'll walk us through the lineup again. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So try number 2, MOYAI versus HAKUY, a rematch from yesterday, and MOYAI, because it's a restart, they can't change anything up. So we got Alvaro de Bazan, Vamp Deuce, Grozovoy, Smoke Yu Yang, Des Moines unique upgrade, Moscow unique upgrade, Montana basically full sniper spec, and then a Schlieffen, which I'm very excited to see with main armaments mod 1 instead. And look at
Yes.
all those hit points on those torpedoes. He's actually got 2 that rolled really bad, even with main armaments mod 1. Ouch.
I mean, 1,000's still fine.
Yeah. I'd want more.
Oh, you would want more. I would personally prefer that the absolute. I don't mind individual randomization, but when the total HP pool of one ship rolls worse than the total HP ship pool of another ship, I think that's
Yeah,
not the best.
I agree. So opposing to the south is HAKUY with Alvaro de Bazan, Grozovoy. There's the Vamp Deuce smoking up, this time a Des Moines. They're going to take him to the safe spot this time instead of the Kremlin. That's interesting. And let's see, what else? We've got Moskva, unique upgrade. Des Moines unique upgrade. That's the one we were talking about with the DCP module, so rip his turrets. Heading over towards the seaside is a Schlieffen that is also running main armaments mod 1. So nice to see. Let's see how his torpedoes rolled. He still, with main armaments mod 1, rolled a 623.
Ooh,
Ouch.
but you got a 2,500 on the front right.
Yeah, that's great considering the direction he's going. He's going to take the shells on the left
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
There's War Gambling Enjoyer with the Brigand. I love his name. And we see a Shimakaze smoking himself into the sea cap. Now, this is a nice smoke idea, because what it does is it tells the enemy team there's probably a cruiser hiding in that, and it discourages any sort of, destroyer on destroyer action.
It could also be used for the Schlieffen if you really want to replace super hyper aggressive, but I'm not sure if it's the best of ideas, really. Not this
Yeah,
early, anyway. So,
not this
Des
early.
Moines both going to be spotting each other on the way to the island. Radar came out from the front Des Moines, radar came out in return from the red Des Moines. But both of them look like they're going to make it to the position.
Tana says, yeah, okay. When this happened, when HAKUY did this earlier today, and they brought the Kremlin to that position, the Montana shot the Kremlin, missed the Kremlin, and hit the Vamp Deuce instead. Ouch. The Vamp Deuce at this point of the game was at like 4,000 HP already. So that's a feels bad moment. Well, the big brain works. Shimakaze gets a free cap at C, and torpedoes
Alvaro
hitting the
Bazan.
Alvaro.
Yu Yang's not exactly in a much better position behind that.
No,
Okay, they expired. That could have been hairy.
Yu Yang has a bit of a brown alert. And they got both A and C, but the Alvaro is going to come in and say, nope. Imagine if these guys saw each other right now. LH Gamer would be in serious trouble because he had to pop his DCP.
Well, they know that somebody took a top.
Right. But the Des Moines that could radar, Pepe the Pepega, is very far south right now. You could still radar, actually. Oh, there's the Alvaro.
Boys decided to leave.
He's smoking the Des Moines into the island. That's why he came south. He's like, hey, I need my friend. Friend, come help me.
The Des Moines is currently, like, seeing what is approaching that cap, and I'm not sure if he likes the fact that he has to sit there in front of a Schlieffen. Well, the Schlieffen's actually rapidly losing HP.
Yeah, he is. And that's because of the other Des Moines that's in the Kremlin spot from the last time we saw this. Although, torpedoes are a thing.
The Alvaro here on the one line has a nice little angle onto the opposing Alvaro. He's got a smoke up right on the map border with the Des Moines Hydro locking the opposing Alvaro. So This Alvaro in front of the Schlieffen is going to be in a lot of trouble from this. He also can't really maneuver very well to dodge the salvos because there's a giant Schlieffen in the way.
Yeah, it did take a while for World Spawn to go ahead and start shooting at the Alvaro after he was lit. I'm really surprised that, you know, he was waiting for it, but whatever.
And then he immediately gets forced out with a smoke screen as well.
Mm-hmm. So, Salesius's Des Moines, though, I mean, all Pisha's got to do is just lazily reverse, get his secondaries on, and that's a dead Des Moines. I mean, you know.
I mean, Vampire has Hydra already, but unfortunately, the opposing Des Moines is Hydraing back, so...
Yeah. That's the problem when you commit to putting a unit on this island. You absolutely must win that trade and kill the opposing unit on the opposite island.
Yeah, it's always been a DPS race. We used to see Petros parked either side of that. It's just who can kill the opposing anchor first. And that's why we've seen a bit of a migration away from Des Moines play on that island to a lot of Minotaur play. For the simple fact that you have the super heal to make you slightly more survivable. Usually the only thing that's going to have nice angles on you is going to be another cruiser, so you can tank it for quite a while.
Right. The other thing that's a possibility too is we see Kremlins posted there because of just how darn right tanky they are.
This is also true, yeah.
But, you know, War Gambling Enjoyers Burgon, for example, I felt like is way too close. He needs to be able to arc that island into the Des Moines, into Brody, but I don't think he can.
Hey look, there's a Schlieffen parking on the 10 line.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. At some point, Ayanami's going to be going full send, but not right now, I guess.
Direction is he gonna go though? Is he gonna go like straight across the cap, or is he gonna go up the 9 lane?
If you ask me, he should be going up the 9 line while the Shima goes into C, but yeah, looks like they're just gonna go and hold hands for a bit.
Radar coming out over on the 1 line here, gonna be catching all of the destroyers on both sides.
Well, they're actually gonna collide on the border, which is kind of funny to think about. Because
I've seen some weird things happen.
Because now you've got this big blob of destroyer that everybody can just randomly shoot into. But
they're still trying to farm out the rest of that Schlieffen, and it looks like they might get him soon.
Yeah, well, Pisha just pulls him to cover, so at least the Vamp Deuce can't keep shooting him. Problem is, it's just destroyer guns, so you're hoping for fires, and Pisha actually has no more DCP and no more heal. So
wow,
yeah,
yeah, this is
8
why
minutes into the game.
This is why, objectively, I think fire prevention is the worst option on the Schlieffen compared to taking the increased number of heals.
Yes. Dead Schlieffen.
And that's going to allow the Des Moines to have some fun.
Oh, yeah. I would totally expect him to just go. But he's got to wait for torpedoes first.
Doesn't take it. Is he pressing W? Are we seeing a W press? Not quite yet. He's thinking about it though. No, he doesn't need to. He's just hydro locking for now. I think the destroyers can do that, and he doesn't have to risk it because the Elvara might, you know, have torps loaded or whatever.
I mean, it's absolutely the smarter play. So you know that's fine. He can just sit there. Meanwhile, the Schlieffen and... There he goes. The Schlieffen and the Burgon are converging on the sea cap. It just feels weird. I'd rather see them more separated, and then that way they can push together, but... Okay.
I mean, they don't really need to do much right now. They have full control of the A cap. They have full control of the C cap.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely in the driver's seat here.
Pushing might not necessarily be the best of ideas. I'm not sure what the Burgoyne's planning on doing while he's bow tanking right there. I think he needs to get turned out.
Yeah, I don't. I guess they're just gonna try to put down the Mosfa, and it looks to me like they're positioning. I think they're trying to position both battleships so that it just denies MOYAI of even thinking of pushing into sea, right? Because why would you want to push into a Schlieffen and a Bragon, and most likely a Shimakaze?
The MOYAI need to get some stuff done.
They
I think
do,
the
though,
vampire
yeah.
should be killable.
And I think they think the same. I mean, if you look at Rice Enjoyer and Kal-El's Grozovoy, looks like they're doing just that. They're rotating them south.
Brody's Des Moines is going to start suffering at the hands of Grozovoy and Des Moines' smokescreen. The
Mhm.
Yuyang Des Moines of MOYAI from the one line might have to try and get involved in this. They need to at least get into ACAP.
Yep. This is absolutely their opportunity, and I think they both realize that now as they are doing that push you were talking about. Yuyang smoke is available. Oh, look at that. Doctor's torpedoes are broken. Completely gone.
What's he in?
Ouch. The Yuyang. On the one line.
He only has one launcher remaining.
Yep.
No. They're working. Oh wait, yeah, he's got reload booster. That confused me. So he launched one set, but it was a reload booster set. Right? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Welcome to the thinking man's action game.
Where you have to think extra hard because you just don't understand. Well, the gig is up. The radar is happening. And on the other side,
Des Moines having fun right now.
On the other side, Thel actually... There goes Brody. Thel actually radars, catches both of the destroyers. So they were actually going... They were making a play for Thel's Moskva, and the single-fire torps did just that. Double kill. Rice Enjoyer gets a double kill. He takes out the Vamp Deuce as well, and just kind of throws a smoke on for good measure. That's a clip moment there. Oh my god. Wow.
Is he gonna get away with this as well? He is gonna get away with this. And then he's gonna start farming the Des Moines.
He is, but on the other side, Kal-El is about to take a torpedo. Yes, he takes a... I think that's a Shima torp.
Judging by how much health he just lost, yes.
In the rear.
Oh.
That's gonna sting. Alright, well, Dino does go down on the one line, yep.
And that's going to leave a Yuyang all on his lonesome in front of a Des Moines plus Grozovoy plus Alvaro. So he just has to leave now. He just has to leave. Maybe, yeah, he doesn't have anything to regroup with either. This is looking a bit hairy for MOYAI. They can potentially get the Schlieffen kill. I'm not sure where all the South went.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Montana.
This will do it right here. Whack.
No, I was looking at the Montana in return. He's about to eat 4 torpedoes.
Oh, well, that'll hurt. Those were Schlieffen torps as well.
They were. If it was Shima torps, he'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, alright. So at least MOYAI has managed to push HAKUY off of the sea cap. They did a better job than I expected it to them to do, quite frankly.
There is a 7-second lead currently for MOYAI. I mean, for
HAKUY.
For HAKUY, yes. Vampire is mega low. Can't really do much because even the Shima will want at him, as he can't even be in a position to be spotted by the Shimakaze. So he's out of the game until the Shimakaze is dealt with.
Right.
Yuyang is having to run away. He's actually caught in Des Moines' radar right now.
Yep. Now, what the importance of that radar though is it tells HAKUY that there's nothing stopping them from going into B, really. I mean, the Montana's heading that way, but they know the Vamp Deuce is not going to sit there and get himself spotted and killed for free. So... Question is the Doctor going to try to make something work?
than much he can do. I suppose he's keeping the Des Moines honest, and like the Des Moines can't rotate off, but he has to play this hyper passive because again, Grozovoy and Alvaro could be looking for him.
War Gambling Enjoyer. Oh, Shimakaze takes the Grozovoy Torps, and War Gambling Enjoyer is going to go down. Oh my god!
Suddenly in the lead.
MOYAI is clawing their way back into this game, guys.
Burgoyne's going to burn out as well.
Oh yeah. All right, we're going to have an East-West showdown.
All of a sudden, this is looking very good for MOYAI. They do have a couple of low ships.
Mm-hmm.
But Alvaro, Grozovoy, and Des Moines are going to have a hard time chewing through that Montana and Moskva.
See, now, if I'm Doctor, you were talking about keeping the Des Moines honest. If I'm Doctor, I'm just going to keep him spotted, and then I'm going to rotate back and forth between torpedoes and guns, just to try to trick him if he doesn't have priority target. But if he did, that would be a fun way to just kind of mess with him, you know? So Montana spotted, running away from the B cap, because, I mean, why would you go someplace that you know there's 2 destroyers that are probably going to do bad things to you?
HAKUY flip B. This puts them in the lead again. Points-wise, that is.
Yes. Now, there's only 3.5 minutes left in this game. So...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Points are going to be important as the Alvaro de Bazan gets spotted by the Yu Yang. And here comes the Montana salvo.
Ooh, that's HE as well.
World Spawn hit the brakes and they flew right by. Oh no, Doctor smoked. Why, what?
The enemy is about to win.
Why did you do this? He just completely negated all spotting on World Spawn's Alvaro de Bazan. Why you do this? And also told them exactly where he is in the process.
Otherwise opening up on the Vampire 2 smoke. Montana gets the salvo into the Grozovoy.
Yeah, he just got Montana'd.
Yu Yang is spotted again. World Spawn going to be opening up with his Alvaro on him.
Yeah, because Doctor smoked, so told them where he was, and then they lost sight of the Alvaro, so they couldn't keep the distance properly. I'm really surprised to see that kind of mistake. But, fortunately, it doesn't cost him the ship. World Spawn is forced to disengage as well. And HAKUY is still in the lead. 2 minutes to go by only 30 points. However, MOYAI does get the cap.
Flipped.
It's like this is a tug of war, dude. This is like seriously a tug of war. I love it.
Am I going to sit there and try and farm out Montana? Not sure if that's the best use of that resource right now. He has no radars left on his Des Moines, though.
The thing is, the Montana doesn't need to move forward. All he has to do is just not die to torpedoes. And he's good. You know what I mean? So I like his position.
20.
I like his decision making. He's just going behind this island in the shadow. And he's ready. His turrets are in front. He's thinking that maybe there's going to be a destroyer that pops out in front of him. Oh, he's backing up. Okay, he's going to dodge those torpedoes just because he is backing up.
50 seconds, and he makes something happen now.
I don't see a chance for HAKUY. They're sitting. They're all sitting. I mean, at this point, you've lost. Go. Right?
Pretty much, yeah. You have 30 seconds left to try and get the kill on something. Everything's just leaving B. You're not going to have time to recap it. It's over if you don't kill something now. Moscow Raider comes out, finds both destroyers behind their rock.
And they see the Montana. They're opening up on the Montana, and the Montana's like, hey.
10 seconds. You're not going to kill the Montana in 10 seconds yet. I know you've got the funny button, but that's not going to do it, man.
No. So, no death pick for me, as
Well,
this
the Des
game
Moines
lasts the
trying.
duration. Yeah, I know, right? This game lasts the entire duration, a full 20-minute match.
MOYAI will take a 1-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, this really was a tug of war, man. It was like one side pulled, and the other side pulled, and the other side pulled, and I guess MOYAI just pulled harder.
Game of this best of 3 series with 1-0 lead currently to MOYAI. Here in the northern spawn in green, we have HAKUY. And they're going to be running a little Vampire 2 with the Hydro module. We've got ourselves a Yu Yang who's going to be running a Smoke plus RPF and some torpedo spec stuff. Shimakaze with Swift and Silence, and then we got Alvaro de Bazan. We then have, for the cruisers, we've got a Moskva with a legendary module behind that. A second Moskva who's going to be running Reload module, who apparently I think must be planning on playing a little bit closer in. Des Moines going to be running a Reload module as well. For the battleships, we have a Kremlin, who's running full tank, surprisingly. Imagine running full tank in a battleship. And, oh, yes, there's only one battleship.
There's only one.
They're running one battleship camp.
HAKUY's done this before. They've run one battleship, and they've run no battleship comps. So we'll have to see how that plays out for them. To the south is MOYAI. They won last game, hoping to win this and basically secure third place in this tournament. And heading towards the alpha side is a Yu Yang. This is a Smoke Yu Yang as well, with torpedoes and all that good stuff. You've got the Alvaro Bazan supporting him. Behind that is a Des Moines with unique upgrade. Yamato with unique upgrade. Going to the middle is Brody's Moskva with unique upgrade. I just want to take a look at that whale for a sec. I would love that they put that in. And then over on the sea cap in front is another Alvaro de Bazan. Behind that is a unique upgrade Moskva. Behind that, unique upgrade Des Moines. And behind that is your full tank Kremlin.
With
that covers
Silence. Oh, Brisk.
With
I
Brisk.
don't know why they have the same icon for 2 skills, and it's basically the same skill, but one's Swift and Silence, the other's Brisk. I suppose it doesn't have the reload debuff that Swift and Silence does, I suppose.
Yes, and then there's also enlarged shaft. But anyways. So, both teams looking at kind of a evenish split. Although it looks like MOYAI is not interested in doing anything at B for now.
Yeah, for the green team, we have Shimakaze, Yu Yang, and Des Moines at A, Moskva Vampire at B, and then Moskva, Kremlin, Des Moines, and Alvaro all heading to C. Oh, initial cap attempt coming in from the Alvaro de Bazan for our friends MOYAI over here.
Yep, and he might... Where's the radar?
You see the shimmer. You see...
There's the radar.
It's the Moskva radar from all the way over there, actually.
Yeah, interesting that. I guess, they... Well... I guess they just want to hold the Des Moines for the next attempt at this cap?
Possibly so.
Okay.
Yu Yang finds the shimmer torpedoes, doesn't find them the hard way. Looks like he's getting ready to smoke his Des Moines into an aggressive position.
There it goes. They just have to make sure they don't smoke them directly into that radar. Speaking of smoke, here comes another one from HAKUY's Yu Yang. Although,
so he uses the shimmer smoke first, and then a secondary smoke from the Yu Yang after, so he gets some more ground. I like it.
it's a neat idea. I feel like maybe a slight mismanagement of smoke there and positioning, but it's not going to punish HAKUY for it. So there you go. Oh, speaking of punishment, never mind. I was wrong. He did get spotted just for a moment. Got a bit of a 10-line standoff with smokes. You know, I was listening as I was gone. You were talking about this map and everything, and frankly, I always find it kind of boring, especially the beginnings of it, because it's almost inevitably just smoke train and watching fish, and then smoke train, watching fish, and just, you know.
Being watching fish, I'm watching the Des Moines take one in the stern right now.
The bow, actually. But yeah, I mean, right, it's just kind of yawn, you know? There's the radar from the Des Moines. Actually, both of them. Spider-Man meme going off here.
Yeah, the red Des Moines has his radar for quite a while now. The green one's only popping his now, so he's got a little bit more utility time with his. However, he
Yamato
is going to
shells?
stuff up more.
Nope.
Shimak can probably take this opportunity to try a cap, you know, knowing that the Des Moines radar is down and being able to outspot everything here.
Especially because Cassius just took a torpedo in his Yu Yang from the Alvaro Bazan. That feels bad.
The torpedo de Bazan.
There you go.
Well, the green Des Moines is looking a bit worse for wear here, and so is his Yu Yang company. So I think the trading's been going massively in favor of MOYAI over here.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a better job with that.
Shimak.
They've got their Yamato in position to also support. And I think that that's really what's scaring HAKUY, forcing them to back off more than they'd want to be. Well, looking at the 10 line, we've got a Des Moines that's stuck on this island, being farmed by another Des Moines. Kremlins angrily staring at each other.
Brick versus brick.
At some point, I have a feeling... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to call the Kremlin a brick, but apparently a brick has been colonized by the Vermont now, so...
Ah, true. But at some point, I have a feeling we're just going to see these two guys smash into each other, and that's it. Now, look at the Alvaro Bazan at sea, coming around and just boldly charging the Mosfet. You know, he might get this kill here. He's definitely going to lose his health pool and die for it, but...
He's also going to lose his torpedo tube, but yeah.
Well, he got them off.
Entire ship.
He gets the kill.
Gets the kill. Trade, and that should allow them to send their Moskva into the sea cap.
Yep.
Well, if the Kremlins ram each other off, then it definitely will, but... And that's going to leave a Des Moines and a Moskva versus a Des Moines and an Alvaro. I think the Des Moines Moskva wins that, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very interesting play there by MOYAI. Or, sorry, by HAKUY.
HAKUY's Des Moines over at A is again suffering. He's down to a quarter of his health pool right now. He's still got shells coming into his broadside.
Oof. 4,000. No heal in sight. 40 seconds away. Is he burning?
He's not. He's dark.
Okay. I just saw him lose some more health. That's why I was curious. Oh, Yamato shells?
He's
Yamato
very
shells.
dark now.
Look at that shot, guys. From 22 kilometers away, just before getting past the island, Picha just seals the deal. And not only that, but they wasted the Shimakaze smoke as well. So, yay. So with that, I think HAKUY is going to need to find a way to get back into this. They haven't really been competing much for the B cap. And I'm kind of surprised that the Vamp Deuce hasn't gotten that cap yet.
Smoke screen coming out for the Alvaro. Going to be smoking up his Des Moines to farm that Kremlin. It's going to take a while, though. Kremlin notoriously...
Yeah.
Was that like a Yamato salvo on the Kremlin there? What the...
It could have been Pisha's salvo. Yeah, he's got the angle. You could definitely do that. As a matter of fact, his guns are looking right there. He just put his plane up. Here comes the next salvo. Let's take a look at these. Just arced over the island. In-flight meal being served.
Kremlin.
Decent hit.
So now it looks like Hakuy's Kremlin is going forward, pressing the W button, but I think you should have done this like 5 minutes earlier and went for the ram immediately, and then you would have a Des Moines, but Des Moines and Moscow would have been able to win this trade against the Alvaro plus Des Moines, but
Yep.
obviously we have God vision, so...
Right, we do. Also worth mentioning, Yu Yang Pro Ace over at A took a Shimakaze torpedo, so he's at 5k health now. And LH Gamer now detected by shooting, I think.
Well, the Kremlin died.
Yeah, imagine that.
So now the Moskva and Des Moines... There's a Kremlin there. The Kremlin's probably just going to walk at the face of the Des Moines and remove his entire existence.
Yeah.
Remove all memory. And remove his children's children from existence too.
Big Thanos snap.
I think Alvaro and Des Moines can probably just start looking to farm out the Green Moskva here as well at sea. And yeah, this is all... Kremlin go walkies now.
I mean, might as well. As the Moskva does radar, catches Rice and Joyer's Alvaro with an island behind him. And then Kremlin says hello. Oof!
Victory is in sight.
There's the Thanos snap.
Indeed, and the Des Moines like, oh, they're eating him, and then he's gonna eat me.
This is why, go back to when I said, oh look, they're probably just gonna ram. That's the best thing that you can possibly do. Doesn't matter which side of the you're on. Just get the ram, get both ships off the board, so everybody else can go back and play.
Well, I've just watched the Des Moines shell bounce off the deck of that Des Moines into the island next to him.
Yep, pretty cool, huh? And at this point, if I'm Pepe, especially if I'm unique upgrade, but nope, he is, yeah. I would just hit W and like start trying to shift my ship around a bit, try to screw up the shells, because getting punched in the face while backing up hurts.
It does. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Victory is in
You know
Somehow
you're going
face
to
punch
lose
may
when you
occur.
do that. If you just hit W and go for it, I mean, you might be able to take him down in the process. Speaking of hitting W,
Vampires
going
from
for it.
Moskva.
Yes. Rob is going to get this kill on MOYAI's Moskva, though. He trades for it. That's a good trade. So at least the HAKUY destroyers are doing well with trading.
Well, is it a good trade at this point when you're already that many ships down? A 1-for-1 is not going to be in your favor.
No. No, definitely not. But I will say it's still... At this point, at least you feel like you did something, you know? So... But this game is all but over. So the question is the start of the winner bracket finals staying, or are they going to move that up?
I assume that's getting moved up.
You know what I'm going to do? Watch what I'm going to do, Painter.
You should go ask if there's another the game 3.
Yes. I love how you and I you knew exactly what I was doing.
I mean, there are no game 3s. There's only one match happening.
That's the point.
I think, honestly, what they needed to do was they needed that Kremlin ram. Like,
Yes.
they needed that Kremlin to ram off, and then they could have had an advantage with the Des Moines and say, like, the YOLO earlier from the Alvaro, sure, that freed you up to then have the Kremlin ability to get past that island without the Moskva raining down on it was broadside. If they ram each other off, sure, you've got to navigate Alvaro torpedoes. I think maybe that's what he was afraid of, but it would have meant you had the Des Moines and Moscow, which should, in theory, win the 2v2 against the Alvaro Des Moines. But
Oh yeah.
then you could have potentially worked your way around the rest of the map.
What
But they
absolutely
just lost
happened?
all freak out.
What absolutely happened is because of that kill, they waved off the Kremlin. They got a little greedy, said, okay, well, maybe we don't need, to commit him. That's ultimately what actually sealed the deal. So believe it or not, that good trade is why they lost. Oh well.
That Very good performance from MOYAI. They will be taking 3rd place in our tournament.
That's right.
Congratulations
That's right.
to them.
I'll tell you, I think the hero MVP of that game was the Yamato. Pisha just hitting some perfect salvos, especially like that kill on the Des Moines. That was huge.
Yeah, did quite well. Did quite well. So what does 3rd place take away with them, Zath?
Hold on a sec. I need to get to my winner screen. Look at the responses. Oh.